All right, there she is. 1967 250 SE. Paint job by me. And, you know, as you can see, it needs some wet sanding. It's lacquer urethane, and I got a whole gallon of it on the car, so there's plenty of material to wet sand. Taillights are in good shape. They'll need new gaskets, as will the headlights. The bumpers, front and rear, are both in great shape. Inside the side of the trunk, I've got some window channeling here, and some additional. These are window scrapers, and this channeling here, but I don't know, it's not very good quality. There's new carpet here, full set, front and back. It is actually pretty good quality. I was very happy. I test fitted some of this stuff, and it really fit nicely. These are the bumper brackets for the back. This is the grill, radiator speaker. Of course, I got all these parts like window cranks and chrome bits for the inside, all bagged. These are the visors. This is the sunroof motor. Currently the sunroof, you have to crank it by hand to get it to go forward and backward. I've hooked up a battery, and the motor doesn't seem to work at the moment. It may work once the harness is all hooked up, but that motor may need to be replaced. I'm not sure yet. They didn't paint the inside of the trunk at the factory for some reason, so it's all black under there. Inside has Dynamat, and this is the headlight chrome. Steering wheel is in good shape. Dash cap is uncracked, a little dirty, but it's in good shape. Needs a good cleaning. It's a floor shift, as you can see. The replacement engine that I got is from a 74 280C, and it was also an automatic. I'm told, I've read in the forums that the shifting linkage will have to be somehow maybe fabbed for connecting the newer motor to the older shifter. Here's the motor. Radiator probably needs to be flushed. It needs upper and lower hoses. It's got a new water pump, new thermostat, new cooling fan. I bought the motor and transmission together as a set, and they had been pulled from a wrecked 74 280C rather, and the mechanic who pulled the motor had been maintaining the engine, so it was reportedly in well-maintained condition and had good compression. And it's actually, I've spun it around with the key on accidentally, briefly, so I know it's free and it wants to start. It'll spin for sure. The headlights are in good shape. It's got new tires, new shocks. I replaced this rocker panel with a new, that's actually a little bit of rust on the bottom of the fender there. But there's no real heavy thick Bondo or anything on the car. That's a replacement piece under the car. Looks pretty good. I sprayed some undercoating on it And there's no structural rust under there. I've got new rear subframe bushings. That's the exhaust. It'll either need to be patched. There's a hole in that rear silencer, or just reconstructed by a muffler shop. But I just plan on welding it up and using it for now. I've got the chrome bumpers and the grill and stuff ready to go. New battery. Engine's been all clean, new plugs. This had a vacuum pump, which really is only needed in, what I'm told, is only needed in northern climates where it gets super cold and snowy. And they tend to fail, and like in a semi-disastrous way. So I was advised, and did actually just pull it off, and had planned on just putting a cover on that. There's a lot of vacuum driven stuff on this car. All the windows, all the windows are manual, but the door locks are vacuum controlled. That's the paint. Car was straight. I don't think it's been hit. Honestly, I didn't see any real major body work on this thing. And it had original paint on it when I got it. So I just when I painted it, I just roughed the surface and evened it out, and then sprayed the paint on it. All the door handles and window crank mechanisms and stuff are all in bags and clearly identifiable. What else? Here's the heater. There's the AC fan I'll throw in. Here's some parts. This is the power steering fluid reservoir tank that needs to be put on. Bracket. These are all some engine parts from the original 250 motor. These are the horns. Bunch of BMW parts. The alternator is an aftermarket 90 amp unit, so that should give you plenty of battery recharging power. The downpipes, exhaust manifold and downpipes are from the 280C motor, so it should be easy to connect the exhaust from the downpipes back. So in other words, the downpipes won't have to be modified or created or anything like that. They fit in perfectly. At the moment, the hot water supply to the heater is just routed back into the other side, instead of going through the heater core. But when the heater's put back in, it would go through that hole and back out this hole via the heater core. New coil. Booster looked good. Needs a master cylinder, obviously, and all the brakes will have to be done. The discs had plenty of material on them. They could probably be turned, although new ones are not that expensive. I'm gonna see what happens here if I hook this battery up. See if it's still charged. I think I can get the headlights to come on and turn the key. the sunroof. I did not, unfortunately, use the cleaner degreaser on the surface. I did every other body panel, but unfortunately forgot to do the sunroof. So it has some Class A orange peel on it. That's about it. Sure, there's other questions. Here's some of the parts. Got an extra set of bunt wheels to go with. Let's see if I can show you the interior. Here's the glass, some of the window cranks, more glass, chrome. These are all 250 engine parts. Won't need those. There's the bumpers, windshield, back window, full set of bunt wheels, which I plan on using, trim rings, hubcaps, front seat, back seat, chrome trim. Needs to be cleaned up, but it's in pretty good shape. These are some heater parts. Got seat belts, owner's manual, first aid kit. There's the grill, piece de resistance. And I think that's about it.